ACCUSTATS Video Productions presents from Louisville, Kentucky, the first annual Derby City Classic. I'm Bill Incardona along with Grady, Professor Mathews. Grady, we're at the Executive West Hotel and Convention Center in Louisville, Kentucky, where they're having this multifaceted tournament consisting of 3 games, 9-ball, 1 pocket, and bank pool. And what we have here is the finals of the bank pool. The number 1 competitor in the world, Nick Varner, his opponent, a relatively unknown but nonetheless effective player, at least this week, Tony Coleman from Michigan.
Yeah, we all know Tony and respect his bank pool ability. Nick, however, has played near flawless pool here this week. Matter of fact, his last match in this race to 3, 9-ball banks, he trailed Efren Reyes 2 games to nothing, and he came back and won that match with some of the most spectacular bank shots I've ever witnessed.
Yes, he did. And Nick has been playing extremely solidly all week long. And that wasn't the only match that he came from behind to win.
Right. And also, let's mention that Tony must defeat Nick twice in order to win the title. All right. He made a ball in the break. And I think we're going to see him play the 3-ball in the lower right-hand corner pocket.
Now, as Grady mentioned, Nick is the only player in the tournament that has the option to buy back into the tournament.
Well, this may be the only tape some viewers purchase, so let's mention how that actually works. Rather than the traditional double elimination format, this tournament, every player has the right to rebuy or repay his entry fee 1 time, and Nick is undefeated, so were he to lose this, he'd exercise his buyback option for a paltry $50, and he'd be back in business, at least for 1 more match. These are diamond tables. Simonis Cloth, one of the premier sponsors. Oh, what a nice shot. Oh, I don't believe that didn't go.
It seems to me that all week long, that particular pocket has been drifting away from the cushion, the side cushion, and balls that are struck, fairly accurate.
Well, if I'm Tony here, Bill,
the pocket's not really accepting.
I'm going to make
shot.
the 4 and just put the cue ball right down, by that pocket, and make Nick come up with something. I'd also like to put it where he has the pocket interfering with a nice easy bridge of the shot, because that's a good shot. Now, we'll probably see Nick also play safe. I suspect he'll cross the 8 and go back down the table. I don't think he's going to try to make anything here from this awkward angle.
Yeah, it looks like the 8 offers him a pretty good angle to do exactly what Grady suggested he should do. Just cross the 8, not attempting to bank it in any particular pocket, just repositioning the cue ball back down that end of the table.
So he looked at the 7, but that's just not a natural angle. He would have to elevate the cue. He can't play safe, and probably would not get a good result. He doesn't really need any English here. He just wants to go 1 natural rail, just like this, back down to the other end rail. Now, he's going to be a little short.
Yeah, that particular angle offered just a natural safety for Nick, and that's exactly what he's done.
Now, if Tony decides to bank the 1 ball straight back to his left, that's a rough shot, especially on a new cloth. I think he'd be better advised to play the 7 straight back. Hard enough to get back up the table.
And in that particular shot, it looks like it's pretty risky, Grady. I don't know. He just might come off the outside of the 1, possibly thinning it very nice and thinly. And in the same shot that Nick just shot off of the 8, just shooting it off the 1 down table. He's opting to bank the 1.
Well, safety is not Tony Coleman's cup of tea, as it were. He wants to shoot, he wants to loosen up, and maybe have a chance to win this very prestigious title. A lot of great players in this bank pool event. It started with 141. We're now down to 2.
Yeah, he hit it reasonably well, knocking the 7 from the position on the table that it was in, and it looks like Nick's come up with a shot on the 7 cross corner. This is the type of a shot that's a little off angle, but with hitting it with the right speed, a hard speed, it should shorten the angle and possibly pocket the ball. I look for him to bank the 7 cross corner, hitting it with a pretty hard speed.
Yeah, he won't leave much of a shot if he doesn't make it.
This is really a bank pool a bank pool player's shot. This is the kind of a shot bank pool players like to shoot. Not the 1, the 7. I'm kind of surprised to see him shoot
Well,
the
he's
1.
been playing this shot the whole tournament long, and he'll hit this with a pocket speed and float underneath the 9 like that. And you can't fault him for that. Now he can play. He's got some choices here. He can play position on the 7, or he could hit it with a just below center ball, a touch of left English, go into those balls, or he could just float forward and, perhaps, I think he's got too much angle to play position for the 6 ball.
I like playing position for the 7. Why fool with the balls? If you fool with the balls, you might scratch in the side. He tried to hold it up. He tried to hold it up for position for the 6 cross side. He wasn't able to do that, but he still has some sort of a market in banking the 7 cross corner.
I don't know. This doesn't cross naturally, and shortening it up is tough.
I think he can shorten it up because...
well, let's see what he does. I suspect he'll cross it because that being the freer attempt. Let's see. Well, I can't tell what he's hitting it with. I would cross it, making sure not to get the kiss.
3 in the corner, it looks like he's playing.
Okay. Oh, what a nice effort.
Don't walk on my shot. You know what that means, Grady? Don't walk on my shot.
Yes, I know what that means.
That means Nick tried to walk to his next shot before he pocketed the ball.
Well, that's just a gesture of confidence, just like you do when you reach for your money knowing you've lost the game.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Tough shot. See, I think this is, I'm going to hit this with a high ball. I'm not going to draw this. I think it's way too hard to make a good accurate hit if I decide to shoot it, which I probably wouldn't here. Long distance, elevating the cue.
And that's one of the reasons, obviously, why you wouldn't have elevated there.
I didn't see any way you could control the cue ball properly, did you?
No, it was a pretty tough hit, and elevating I thought was a little more risky than leveling off.
Now the score is Nick Varner 2 balls, Tony Coleman -1.
Tony had a little easier route to the finals than Nick. Nick defeating players like Gary Spaeth, Efren Reyes, Donnie Anderson. Tony Coleman got here by the route of defeating Wade Crane. And I believe in this last match it was Troy Frank.
Right.
So therefore, Tony really has to play particularly well if he expects to win this tournament.
Oh, right. We're both agreed on that. I wouldn't play this, and I think Nick's playing safe, too. All right. That's okay to do that.
Not that he doesn't have the ability to win, but this is a little stiffer competition than he's been playing. And what he has to do, though, is play with the confidence that got him to the spot.
Well, I'm afraid that he's going to find that Nick Varner won't give him the nice openings that he's had in his earlier matches. Nick pinches and squeezes awfully well. Watches the cue ball, shoots high percentage stuff. I see, here's it here again. Awkward. There's nothing here that I see.
Oh, he can turn it.
Well, but
tough shot.
-2.
But it was possible, but it required the most accurate of hits. He wasn't able to do it, and really proved quite costly, scratching into the corner pocket. It's -2. Nick has +2. So the first game's not really working out well for Tony.
No, it isn't. Well, he's not going to play a 3 in the corner because it's hard to control the cue ball. He can play it straight back and just put the cue ball in the middle of the end rail. Or he could cross it and play safe. I don't like drawing it and playing it straight back.
Well, I believe he's going to try to reposition the cue ball cross table near the side pocket. I don't think he's going to give up anything unless it's the 7. He hit it much thinner than he wanted to.
Well, he might have left a shot here. Can he pinch that 4 ball?
I don't believe he can. I believe the 4 is frozen to the 6 and the 2.
No, I don't believe it's frozen to the 2. I believe that bank goes. Maybe not. Or maybe he'll elect not to shoot it. That's the type of bank Bugs has made on me many a time. You know, and he breaks the stack up and just runs out. Very disconcerting.
Yeah, he hits it with a high ball, which shortens the angle, and he doesn't even really have to elevate.
Right, right.
And he hits it with a lot of speed and a high ball, and you'd really be amazed to see how short he can get this particular type of a shot.
Sure. Well, you know what I mean. You've seen him make that shot, you know, all of his life. All right, safety. I don't like that. He leaves him a bank on the 6 cross side. Or am I blind? Am I not seeing?
No,
it
he's definitely got to put forth more of an effort than he's had.
Well, especially against the likes of Nick Varner.
So far, he's
you'll have a long evening leaving Nick shots like this.
Yeah, well, he's left him 2 shots, the 7 and the 6 cross side. He was stretching, and he actually tried to draw the cue ball away from that area of the table. And when you stretch, you really lose a lot of action on the cue ball.
Nice shot.
And that time it proved a little bit too costly.
Playing for 2. Now he'll bank the 4 straight back to his left. Drawing above the stack, I suspect. Low right English. Just like that.
Well, he's not going to get this ball because that...
no, he hit it a little too thick.
He hits it a little too thick. And then plus the table, I think the table just comes out a little bit at that end.
But he's a decided favorite here. He needs 2 and Tony needs 7. See here, now you and I disagree. I think here you pocket to 4 and let Nick play safe, and then you battle from there. Shoot an off-angle bank like this to get 1 goes against the grain with me.
But I'm kind of surprised why you said you and I disagree.
Because you think that you're supposed to shoot when you're behind, and I've always maintained that it's like a football team being 2 touchdowns down in the middle of the 3rd quarter, and they throw the bomb every play, and they never win.
Well, I don't think that's a fair statement to make, Mr. Matthews.
Well, all right, I'll give you an analogy.
Pardon me, please. Pardon me, please.
Go ahead. Shoot me.
I don't think you have to shoot all the time when you're behind. If it warrants it, yeah, I think I want to shoot, you know. But if you can't get more than 1 ball, why would I want to shoot?
Exactly. Well, that's part of my point here. That's just exactly what Nick wants right now, is to do battle 1 bank at a time.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Now it's going to get even tougher. It's 4 to -2. The 3 ball's out of play, and Tony might as well prepare himself to play from up the table somewhere, would be my guess. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a major break there.
I don't know what he expected to do with that shot.
No, I'm surprised, too. Well, he didn't have a natural angle to thin anything in that stack and float up the table.
I think Sticky should have repositioned the cue ball somewhere up table. Even though he opens up the balls and may have sent 1 of them back up table, he only needs 1 to Coleman 7. I don't think it was the time to get really
well, now you draw
that
cue ball
conservative.
Into the 5.
You have to watch the scratch here.
Okay. 2 ball. Cross side.
2 ball cross side. That shot doesn't carry any penalty if he misses it, because the 3 ball precludes him from backing the 7 cross corner. The 5 won't go cross side. The 8 ball's in the path of that. So this is more or less a free shot.
It absolutely is. And he can hit it with a little speed if he wants, or hit it like that. Nice shot.
And
now I don't think he can quite cross his 6 lengthways. No, that's not an option he's considering. He's playing the 7 ball twice cross side.
And I really do take offense to that when you said you and I disagree on this.
Well, we disagree on most things.
I'll let you know when we disagree.
Oh, is that right? You and I disagree on most things.
Not most, but it seems that way.
Yeah. All right. Cross corner, I suspect.
I suspect you're right. Again.
Now you might as well play position. Try to get on the 7 cross side if I could. Well, this doesn't look like the same Tony Coleman. Now he's giving Nick a free cross side with the 8 ball. Now Nick will be careful not to leave a cross corner on the 5 ball here too. So he's going to pinch this with some left English and try to stay underneath the 5 where he doesn't leave that easy cross corner banker or hit at the speed like that. Either way,
he's left the cross side on the 7. He's not really showing total disrespect for Tony, but he only needs 1 ball. Tony needs 7, so he can afford to give up a shot or 2 here.
So I kind of like using a high ball here, like that. Well, he's been overcutting the banks 2 or 3 of them in a row. Well, now Nick has a nice cross corner with the 8. How you like firing this or rolling it?
Well, I just think he hit it with just a medium speed. It's the type of a shot that he figures hit accurately. He hit it too hard and missed it badly.
Oh, we haven't seen Nick miss many of those.
Didn't seem like he was really bearing down on that ball.
No, he kind of one-stroked it, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's not really the style that he likes to play. He likes to bear down on shots, particularly if they mean something.
Right,
I think he's a little complacent now for some reason.
Oh, I don't know. That description doesn't.
It doesn't fit him very, very well, but now watch out. He's going to owe 3 balls now. Well, the balls sometimes just don't cooperate, and in this particular game, they certainly haven't cooperated for Tony.
That's true.
But, he's had some opportunities, but still, even though he's had some opportunities, the balls haven't really cooperated for him.
He'd like to just stop the cue ball around the spot area, if I'm seeing this correctly. Maybe a touch of left English. Nice shot.
Well, it didn't roll off, did it? Game
No.
number 1 goes to Varner. Takes the early lead in this race to 3, 1-0. If Varner wins this race to 3, he will in fact then win the championship. But if he goes on to lose this first match, then they have to play another one, I suspect, if Varner.
I'd like to mention to everybody that, excuse me, Billy said he gained 15 pounds and has not hit a ball in 9 months. Now, translation. That means he's playing great. Don't mess with him.
Yeah, well, I would imagine that in the past that may have been true, but this time it's the truth.
Are they racking their own balls? Must be.
Now, Varner will either opt to break safe or open them up. I suspect that he's going to open them up because he's starting to feel better about his offensive game.
Oh, well, sure. Well, given the way he's played, how could you not? Yeah.
He had the 6 cross corner before the 3 spoiled that.
Right.
He may have the 8 cross side.
Well, he doesn't have much of a pocket there.
No.
The 7 blocks most of that. He's going to go over and look at that right now.
It looks like it's very marginal whether or not he even has that available.
Right.
He has the 5 right back, but of course that shot is extremely risky, considering that if he doesn't make it, then he leaves the door open for Tony with the 3.
He's going to draw the cue ball, I think, and play safer if he doesn't make it. But I don't know. I don't really like this 8-ball shot. Looks to me like he could give up quite a bit if he doesn't make it.
And if he draws the cue ball, he's probably going to end up overcutting.
Well, he
the
doesn't
8s.
care, though. If he draws the cue ball back behind his 6-3, oh, that's nicely done.
Yeah, he did have a pocket off.
Now, notice how well he hit that, folks. He hit the far or the high side of the pocket, just beautifully executed. And he's playing with such confidence and displaying such remarkable knowledge. It's a pleasure to behold.
Yeah, well, he's got the wrinkles out of his stomach. I mean, the man's pretty plush. He's beaten everyone he's played in this event. You know, he's got a very happy marriage.
Oh yeah,
a lot of good things in his life.
Shot.
So therefore, there's no reason for him not to play like.
Just look how he's playing. Well, I envy him the marriage. You know, Tony's is just as nice as she can be, and I don't know how he does it. You know, but she's there rooting for him, week in and year out. Come hell or high water, she's always there with that nice smile and just that effervescent presence.
Yes, she certainly does have all those things, that's for sure. I really like Tony a lot.
We all like her.
It's hard not to like
no battle axe qualities. All right, what shot do you like here, my friend?
Well, I kind of like the 4-2 on the side and just parking the cue ball where the 4 is. Even though the shot may not be on, it's just a safety shot.
Well, that's one of Nick's great strengths, boy. He can squeeze you. Oh, this is even worse. Look. Oh, he's saying to Tony right now, son, you're going to have to really work for these apples if you pocket a bank. Now, see, this is what Nick likes. Look at what Tony has to make just to make a single bank. An off-angle bank that he can't get position on from long range.
Well, he's not going to shoot the 5 from this position.
Oh, you don't know what some of these bank pool players think.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but, you know, I mean, it's suicidal.
Well, I agree. But, you know, in Chicago, which is the home of many great bank pool players over the years, this is considered a good shot sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good shot if you don't like your money. If
I
you're
agree.
mad at your money, it's a good shot.
I agree. Okay, that's a good shot. A little unfortunate there. But he really didn't leave anything here, I don't think. Other than the 2 in the corner, maybe.
Yeah, the 2 may have a half a pocket, cross corner.
Well, he can't get the cue ball out of the way, though.
He's got a, well, you can't miss the kiss on the 3, it looks like, with the cue ball.
Has to hit the 3 or the 1. Well, he's got the cross side here.
He's tied up a ball. He's tied up a 3.
He can go forward with the cue ball here and play the 4 cross side, I believe, Billy, and get to the side rail, can't he?
I don't know. From our vantage point, it's awfully difficult for me to determine that.
I believe he can. The other alternative is to elevate and try to make the 6 too.
He's all right.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Well, which one do you thin? I like thinning the 5. That way you cannot possibly leave a shot on the 9 or 2. And probably not one on the 1 ball either.
It's probably pretty close. He could. He's playing the 5 here.
All right. Well, this is okay because the cue ball, after he hits it, hits the 3, goes to the rail, and then into the 1 ball, and the 9 doesn't bank cross side like this, right? And actually, that's an awfully nice attempt.
And if you notice the results of that particular shot, you know, he made a fairly decent hit on the ball, and he didn't give up a return shot. So therefore, it wasn't really a haphazard shot as it first may have appeared.
No, we talked about, or I did anyway, what the cue ball was going to do.
It's just an understanding, you know, what's going to happen after contacting the balls, where the cue ball is going, where the other balls are going. And if you can...
What's he looking at here? If he shoots his 9 ball, he's taking leave of his senses. Wouldn't you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's even possible. I just lay on the 1 softly.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't really need to do anything spectacular here. Matter of fact, in a lot of cases, the best shot is just the most simplest one out there, and that's just to lay nice and softly against the 1 and let Nick have his opportunity at the table. You know, if it's not there, don't force it. And if you don't know what to do, just do something simple. It's sort of like playing chess. When you ever heard that saying that if you don't know what to do, move a pawn?
I never heard that, but that makes perfect sense to me.
Right. That's exactly what you need to do, Tony. Just do something simple. You're not losing any dignity, by doing that.
See, Nick respects him for doing that. Nick likes that because he shot a shot that can't possibly beat Nick, but it was an intelligent shot,
Mm-hmm. Actually, Nick doesn't like that. He wants him to do something else.
Well, of course he'd want him to shoot in that spot.
Yeah, right.
Only a lunatic would shoot from the position that Nick left Tony. Now you got to watch this. This is not easy. It's possible kiss, possible scratch.
So that simple shot was quite effective because Nick,
Nick can do the same thing.
Yeah, Nick's out there, with a lot of indecision, which is a strong indication that Tony's shot was effective.
Now, do we have the same rule where you can only play safe to the same rail within one ball's width twice?
No,
I don't think we have that.
No. I don't think that's going to matter anyways because Tony should pocket the 4 here off of the 1, sending the cue ball to the center of the diamond, to the center of the short rail.
I don't see anything that he can do striking this 3 ball that's going to benefit him.
No, he has to watch the cue ball here.
Well, right, exactly. Like I said, there's a possible scratch. Unless he overcuts it, make sure he overcuts it.
Now Nick may have a shot on the 9, maybe twice cross-side.
Yeah, or on these long rolling rails.
That's exactly where he's playing.
Well,
twice cross-side, stopping the cue ball, if he can, on top of the 2.
And he can't leave a shot on the 2 ball because it's going to go down a hair, and it won't go across the corner. I think they want somebody to watch the hit.
If we can, why don't we just put our camera, our overhead, on this shot and keep it there? If you can get a closer close-up of the shot some way, a little closer view of the shot.
Now this shot I find pretty simple to call. If we are going to do that, great idea, Billy. If the 2 ball travels a little bit quickly, even though the hit's going to be thin, that means that he made a bad hit. He struck the 2 first. If the 2 travels slowly, then this was a good hit. And
I believe if the cue ball falls underneath the foot spot and away from the foot spot, it has to be a good hit. Yeah, because if he hits the 2 first and then the 9, the cue ball has to go up table, right? Right. If he hits the 2 first.
Oh, what a nice close-up. And there's Scott Smith. Oh, look at this color, this cute little box. Oh, that's obviously good.
Yeah, well, Nick made sure it was good. I think that he
well, if you make a bad hit there, the cue ball can get away from you. The 5 goes, the 3 goes. It could cost him some banks. Well, now if you're Tony, if I'm Tony, I'm banking this 9 across the corner and floating down for the 5 ball. I'm going over to the side rail between the 3 ball and float right down to the end rail. And I'm going to try to get in this match.
And you hit it with some speed to shorten the
Exactly,
angle.
But I don't think you can ask for a better bank than this to revive your confidence and narrow the gap, do you?
It's a good bank, and it's actually a bank pool player's bank.
Exactly. Now I like low with a touch of right English, just like this. Nice shot, nice shot. Now he can do all sorts of things.
I really like the 5 much
Well, I
better
do
than
too, but a bank pool player a lot of times will play that 3 across side.
I think the 5 is a better shot because I believe that the corner pocket plays much larger than that side, particularly on this angle.
Yeah, I agree with you. He'll need to play to overcut this slightly. Bit of left English. And he'll play position for the 3 ball. Nice shot. Now this one can be shortened up. I don't believe he got an angle where he can cross it. I'm going to have to draw this ball.
Yeah, I think he will increase the accuracy of the shot by just shortening the angle, stopping the cue ball.
And cutting it slightly to his right.
Yeah, he'll probably drift, a little bit down.
Maybe a bit of left English, not much. Mostly draw and speed will shorten this up. Nice, nice, nice.
Okay, now he's in line for the bank on the 2. He owed 2 balls prior to walking to the table.
That was last game, wasn't it? Does he owe balls this game? I don't think he owes anything this game.
You're right. I'm a game behind again.
He's made 3 nice banks in a row. Now, I don't think you get froggy here, my friend. I'm not going to try to go into balls here. I'd be delighted if I could simply make this 2-ball bank.
I don't think there's any reason.
Well, he's looking at it to see if he wants to go into them. I think you frappe this, not warp speed, but a good crisp velocity. Yeah, watch out. Just like this, you could leave an easy cross side. All right, our ball count is 3-2 advantage Tony Coleman. Nick Varner ahead 1 game to nothing. I like what he's doing here. No reason to hit this hard. And nicely he lets that lengthen out. The 1 ball may be frozen. We're at 3 balls each. I mean, meaning, of course, if he struck the 1, he'd have to get another rail. He's looking to see. Ever sagacious is Nick Varner. Were it not froze, he just rolled gently into the 1 ball, striking the right side of it as he views the shot.
Now, he may leave Tony right back on the 2 here.
He's trying to get a little lower than that. Well, he left him a 2 in the corner, or I think that's the...
maybe a 1 on the side, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a 1 in the far left corner. Looks pretty good for 2 in the corner, except he's going to make the 1 ball probably. And if I were to do that, I'd want to leave the cue ball right on top of the 6. Low left English. Look at that shot Julian gave us there. What a pretty picture. Well, he was able to miss.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Well, this is getting more interesting. I suspect that there must be a reason why Tony Coleman's in the finals of this bank pool. Well, I don't know that he can thin this. I would hit it easy and take no chance of making the 1. If he tries to thin it and goes up the table, possibly could make the 1.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. You know, Nick will probably do the same thing.
No, I don't think so. I think Nick will try to get some distance here. Now, if he can thin this, well, he's looking to see if it's frozen.
It's hard to get distance here because he'll pocket the 1, looks like, Grady.
Well, yeah. He's going to thin the 6, trying not to make the 1. Right over to the rail there, like that. Good shot, good shot.
Okay, now Nick can get some distance. He'll put him up by the side pocket at least.
Good shot. This is tough.
What's this? What's this? No rail. No rail. No rail.
That's absolutely riveting. Well, Nick's looking for a ball to put up, I think. Or asking him to exact the penalty. And to make matters worse, Nick has a bank. Well, now we're back to 3 balls each. He's playing it cross side. Tough shot, shooting over the 6 ball, of course. He hit it hard enough for the cue ball to come all the way back down the table. Like that.
Yeah, Tony really foiled the opportunity to win game number 2. You know, Not totally, but
well, needing only
somewhat.
one, I would rather have pocketed one of those and let Nick have the hard cross side from a difficult angle. Now, I don't like cross corner here. He can't hit it hard enough.
How about right back to his left?
Well, that's a good shot. Boy, he struck it perfectly, but not quite hard enough.
Now Nick will come shoot the same shot. No, he's going to go right back underneath him. I didn't think he had enough room to come back underneath him.
Yeah, I believe he does. And, of course, that's an easier angle to see. He'll hit this at a nice medium speed.
Well, Tony's going cross corner with this one.
Yeah. I like using a little left English on this, too. I don't want to make the 1 or the 6 as the cue ball comes back down on the table. Which if he uses no English, that's the direction it figures to go. See, like this, right? We may, excuse me, be here a while till they pocket this 4.
Nick figures to hit this pretty good. It seems to be laying straight in.
Yes, it is.
So he figures to hit it fairly well. A lot of distance. Cue ball close to the cushion. It's not really that easy of a hit, but he figures to hit
struck it nicely.
And it's going to come out on him.
Yeah, it's coming out of hair there.
But he hit it fairly well, and now he's left Tony a 3 in the corner.
Oh, you like 3 in the corner better than 2 in the corner?
Well, with 2 in the corner, it's a better safe shot if you miss it. But don't forget, 2 in the corner, if you follow it, you might end up in the drink.
True, possible.
I like sending the cue ball to the bottom cushion with a little below center ball.
He's got to send it over towards the 1-6. Oh, nicely done, nicely done. All right, he's back on the hill. Well, I suspect he's learned his lesson, and whatever he does will be hard enough to contact a rail here. We'll know in a moment.
This is a very interesting situation he's confronted with here, Grady. If he opts to shoot the 1 and drawing the ball back up table, Nick will probably just either pocket the 6 or opt to go for the bank on the foot spot. If he just rolls the 1 and sticks there, he leaves him a nice bank cross side. He can't really do that.
Do we know if the 6 ball is frozen? There's a nice close-up of the 2 balls on the monitor, but I don't know if the 6 is frozen or not. I like that box, that inset, that quarter monitor, just catchy square, resembling the shape of your head. Oh, I'm sorry.
Shape of my head.
It's getting late at night. I forgot to. I shouldn't be saying things
on
like
thin
that.
Ice, you know.
I know that.
You're very vulnerable.
Yes, I know. But I'm entirely too close to you, my friend, too.
I don't know what he intends on doing here.
Nor do I.
He's going to probably try to go rail first off the 6, sending the cue ball up table. What a shot.
Oh, that's a great shot.
What a shot. That's a great shot.
Yeah, let's give the guy credit. That's one of the best shots I ever saw in the safety department. Now, is he turning this around a bit and making Nick's life miserable?
Well, Nick certainly didn't expect this.
No, he thought he was going to make one of them. Or at worst, leave him on top of the 2 balls.
Nick is certainly in a jam here. Yeah, you have to pay him his respect for that shot. That certainly was a upper world-class shot.
Well,
Now he came back with a nice shot.
That's a great shot, too.
Both balls.
Yep.
in the one shot, something that he really wanted to see happen.
Sure.
He needs them both.
Now, I don't like banking at the 6 ball here. He's got to elevate the cue. It's a tough hit. I like playing safe here. Plus, there's a possible
I also
scratch.
like playing safe. I definitely like playing safe.
This is too tough a hit.
No, you really have to try to reposition the cue ball as close to that back cushion as you can.
Sure.
And by trying to play the back ball here cross corner, you really give up accuracy and the cue ball speed control.
Yeah, this is way too hard to hit from that distance.
Yeah, just go ahead and come off the 1 or the 6, whichever ball you feel more comfortable coming off of, repositioning the cue ball back up at the other end of the table as close to that bottom cushion as you can. That is your only ally at this time.
Well, Tony doesn't have a major cue endorsement, apparently. That looks like a sneaky Pete he's playing with of some sort. Questionable heritage in his cue. Now he's going to play across corner.
Now, I agree with Grady here, and it's not often that we do agree, but I do agree with you here, Grady. This is, in my opinion, the wrong shot because you really can't afford to give up control of the cue ball here in a very crucial situation.
Right.
And there was something unforeseen that could have happened too, like that. He had to load it up with a lot of English in order to get the 6 across the corner. And in doing that, he miscued. So therefore, if he would have done something simple, he wouldn't have had to hit the outside of the cue ball. That wouldn't have been a possibility.
All right, 3 balls apiece.
Nick's going to probably try to, he could just freeze on the 5 here, setting the 1 up table if the balls are spotted correctly. It looks like he's directly behind the 5, 6, and the 1. He does have the shot to stick on the 5 here.
Well, also, Tony has made enough balls, enough banks to win this particular game. He's made 5 banks, but he still needs 2. And you can't spot Nick Varner 2 banks going to 5.
Well, he's going for the pocket here. It's going to be
But
easier.
this is not a natural angle. I don't like this shot. You can't cross it. You can't stiff it. You got to elevate the cue, dig into it.
You can cross it here.
Yeah, but you can't control the cue ball from that range, Billy.
He didn't hit it very well.
How do you control the cue ball there? If this 5...
No, he was playing the wind, but he didn't hit it well.
Well,
he was playing the wind, but he just didn't hit it well. Wasn't the type of a shot that he should have, really gone for, I don't believe.
he left Nick a relatively easy cross corner.
Tony had some pretty good opportunities here in game number 2 to tie the match up. And
I don't believe he can play the 1 cross corner unless he draws the ball, which is...
Oh, yeah, he can definitely play the 1 cross corner here.
I'd rather play the 1 than the 6. But I don't really want to draw it just below center. I want the cue ball to go down to the middle of the end rail, low with maybe a touch of right English. Like this.
That's an excellent shot. If he positions the cue ball near that cushion, then he's certainly done his job. That's what Tony should have done when he was at the table.
Exactly.
Because that's an ally, and he's going to give that up. He's going to create a problem for himself.
All right, Nick playing for 1. Tony needs both balls. And, you got to shoot here.
Well, you're forced to shoot here. He hit it well, but, a lot to ask of him shooting that particular type of a shot. The distance that it carried there and hitting it accurately was a lot to ask of anyone. This is a very risky shot, the 6 cross corner, because this is the type of a shot that if you go for it, you can lose the game considering the position of the 1.
Right.
Both of these balls are in a good position on the table for Tony to win with if Nick falters here.
I think he can bank this 6 and roll it.
I like 3 in the corner with the 6.
Oh, you can't cut it that much.
No?
No. If he cuts it that much, he could scratch on the side, or he catches that point.
I thought that he was a little straighter on the 6.
I like rolling this. It looks like a nice natural angle. And
you hit it short, though. You hit it short if you're going to miss it.
Right, exactly. Of course, he gives up a shot here.
He gave up a shot on the 6 because he hit it too hard. No, he gave up a shot on the 6. I think that's an easier shot than the 1, don't you?
Yeah, the 1 takes a perfect hit just to beat the kiss. Right? Now, my rule for when you can beat a kiss of this nature, which is a crossing bank with inside English, is if you can shoot the cue ball past the object ball into the pocket, then there's no kiss. But he doesn't have room to do that. This is the right shot. Oh, Nick's delighted to get past that.
Yeah, he hit it well.
2 in the side or 2 in the corner. Take your choice. I don't think he'll play the 1.
I like playing this 2 in a corner, even though it doesn't go.
Well, it'll go. The 1 blocks part of the pocket.
But my priority right now is controlling the cue ball, leaving distance.
Right.
You know, that's where I'm going to put emphasis here. I'm not going to go after the 1. I'm going to play just a solid safety here. He's playing the 6. Okay, well that's not too bad.
What do you call it? The side?
He's calling it straight back to his right.
Straight back. That's okay.
That's okay, but he's going to once again control the cue ball.
And now you just go straight across the table here. Like that. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Okay, that's fine for Nick. Exactly where the ball ended up. That's the next best thing to making it because he put it out of play. Tony needs both balls. One of them totally out of play.
I think he's doing the right thing here.
And I can't fault him for doing this either because he's got to apply pressure on Nick. And as long as that 6 ball is hanging in the corner pocket, the pressure is really not on Nick.
I like going up by the far left-hand corner. You just try to make a thin hit on this. Oh, Tony.
No, that's not the shot. I don't believe he tried that, did he? I mean, I don't know what he did there.
Well, he scratched 3 times. He scratched 3 times.
He's not really playing the type of bank pool that got him to this point in the tournament. So, I don't.
Well, he did. Boy, he had periods during this match already where he played brilliantly, but not here. Okay.
Well, that's a real nice shot. Game number 2 goes to Varner. He leads in this race to 3, 2 games to nothing. This is match game for Varner.
And I wanted to mention again that Nick has been making that shot with great frequency the entire tournament. And while we're waiting for Nick to get the ball, or for them to get the balls racked, let's mention that this great ACCUSTATS product is available by simply calling
Pat Fleming
at
his home.
Not at home. Don't call him at home. He frowns upon that. No. 1-800-828-0397.
Well, you did know the telephone number, didn't you?
Well, sure. I call it to borrow money all the time.
Pocketing a ball on the break. He needs a little bit of a kiss here.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that happens if you give a game away, it seems like. Now, he can play position for the 6 and the 2 on one shot, maybe a low left English, just a nice medium speed, and it may be all over right here. This may be a 5 and out.
Well, he's got Tony on the ropes, if you will, and a good fighter, when he has his opponent on the ropes, knows how to take care of him. And this is exactly what we're going to watch right here.
Now, 2
Varner
rails.
Coleman on the ropes, and now he's going to go ahead and knock him out.
I would play position for the 2 cross side here, too. I just float out 2 natural rails here. Touch of right English. Yep. Now, I don't know that I like drawing this, but he doesn't want to go into the 3 ball either.
Yeah, if he goes into the 3, you know, the likelihood of a scratch off the 3
he's looking at it.
is there.
But Nick doesn't like to turn the cue ball loose, and I can't say that I blame him.
If he's going to bank the 2 cross side, I think that well,
I think he can stay inside the 3 if he doesn't hit it hard.
Well,
and plays to overcut of the hair. In fact, I think he'll go between the 3 and the 9. Let's see.
He could, but if he happens to brush that 3, he may not like it.
Well, he'll play to hit it a little thinner and a little easier than that. Okay, he did go into the 3. Well, just like that, Billy. Boy. And we called it how much you and I, neither one, liked going into the 3 ball. Well, Tony, a breath of fresh air here. Now, he's going to have to come to life here. And don't give anything else away. I think Nick is going to end up with one ball to the good. Yep. Well, you bank the 5 straight back and stop the cue ball, or you draw it back to the end rail. What do you like here?
I banked the 2 straight back and stopped the cue ball.
Oh, that takes guts. That's
yeah,
pretty,
that's
too.
my kind of game. That's my style of playing. I'm the man.
That's you from the booth. In real life, that's not you. In real life, you'd agonize over this. You'd play with the cue ball behind the line, and you'd place it to do that, and then you'd change it. Yeah, that was a bit tentative.
Well, on 5-inch pockets, that's my shot.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you, yeah.
On 4-inch pockets, I got to think a little bit longer.
Well, Nick has great speed for this game.
Look at this Nick shot.
Oh, yeah, well, sure. Well, he's a smart player. He knows what's the right shot. Well, he went forward a little bit. It may fall.
It may fall. That particular pocket has been playing a little more generously than
right, where the lower right-hand one has not. Yeah. Well, now, let's see what the ball count is. It's 2 balls for Nick, none for Tony Coleman. I think he's got to play the 3 ball here.
And I couldn't disagree with you there, Mr. Mathews.
And he'd like the cue ball right in the middle of the end rail.
Looked like that the ball sort of like skidded when he hit it.
Well, he hit it at the speed that was natural for it to lengthen out. Now, this isn't the same thing at all. This is an off-angle, tough shot from quite a distance. I mean, I'm probably going to shoot this, but I'm not going to play position. In fact, if anything, I'm going to miss this on the thick side and draw the cue ball past the side.
It's tough to do from that distance.
Well, I don't know what he wanted to do there.
I don't know. He may have given him a shot on the spot ball here.
Yeah, maybe across side. Oh, he most definitely has a shot here. Nick passing him the 2 ball, with which he intends to freeze the spotted 5 ball. Just a question of what he elects to do with the cue ball. Oh, he's going to play safe. Good shot.
Nice shot.
Yep. And as aforementioned, Nick has 2 balls. Tony Coleman, none.
He's got to be careful not to scratch 2 cushions in the corner here. Get it nice and thin.
Well, Nick is going to shoot the 8 ball here, I believe. You know, if he goes forward with the cue ball a bit here, too, I think he's doing the right thing. It's what he's looking at. He's looking to see.
Notice where the cue ball is, Grady, about a foot or so off that end cushion, giving Nick the luxury of comfortably placing his bridge hand down where he can hit this ball much more accurately.
Nice shot.
That means a lot when you're playing bank pool in particular because, you know.
Playing for 2. Boy, I tell you, I'm just in love with the way he's played this bank pool tournament. I mean, it's just some of the best banks I've ever seen played. All right, touch of right English. He needs to put a little bit of left English on the 6 ball. Barely cleared the 4 ball like that. Oh. Well, he hit that a fraction too hard, thus shortening it up.
Absolutely right.
Okay, for Tony Coleman, if he doesn't come to life here momentarily, it's time to prepare the concession speech. And right now, there's not much there of substance. Got some options there, but I don't know. I don't like the 1, the 4, the 8. New cloth, the 8 won't two-rail naturally. I don't think he's got a shot on the 5 at all. We're looking at the 4 ball straight back. That's maybe a viable prospect. Now he's going to have to draw this a bit. Okay. Well, he didn't leave anything because that ball went in. And Nick, I believe, will thin the 5 ball and send the cue ball all the way up the table by the left-hand far side, corner pocket. Or maybe he's got a shot here.
He's got room to play the 5.
Okay, I didn't know he could hit that much of it.
I didn't either, but evidently he can, and that is playing the 5. He took care of the cue ball.
That he did.
And that's one of the differences in their games.
It's been the difference in this match.
Yeah,
Tony has scratched it, as I count them, 5 times total in 2 games.
You know, and when you're scratch playing any pool game, it's just like a turnover playing football. You know, you fumble the ball or throw an interception, you give up control of the ball and you lose by it. So if you scratch, it's like a turnover. And the player that has the most the most scratches, and the team that has the most turnovers usually goes on to lose the game.
And as we've grown used to watching, Nick is making Coleman's life rough at the moment, not giving him much to shoot at, being very careful. See, look at what he did. He had to stretch, off angle, thin cut, everything like Nick wants it. Now, he's not going to bank this 8. That's too tough. He could play the 1 ball 4 in the corner, but I don't think he'll do that either.
No, he's going to play solid pool here. There's no question. When he leaves the table, Tony's not going to have anything to shoot.
Can't do anything with the 7 or the 3. The 2-railer on the 5 ball is awkward at best. He's looking at all of these contingencies or possibilities. Going to play the 5-2 in the corner, is he? Well, he's looking at this.
He really doesn't need this.
No, I know he's not going to. He's going to play the 5, and he'll draw this.
He's got to play solid pool here because this is the tournament, and he's a winner. Notice what he did with the cue ball, huh?
Yep.
And that's the way to play pool right there, you know. If you're going to give up something, you're going to give up the ball you shot. You're not going to give up something that you're going to leave.
Now, I wouldn't look at these down here, Tony. I'd take the free bank on the 5 ball and hope I made it.
You got to just be satisfied, Tony, with pocketing the ball, like Grady says. Just take the ball that he left you if you can, and be satisfied with it. Don't try to do anything spectacular, because if you do that, you're going to create a problem for yourself. And that's just the way the game's played.
Well, I don't know what he was doing there. But Nick will bank the 1 here and draw the cue ball over into the 7, I believe. Or, according to how well he hits it, and the angle, he may just try to stop it like this.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do, because he didn't want to give up a shot on the 8 cross side. And he's done his job, that's for sure. Tony's going to start opening up these balls here.
Yes, he does.
You know, he's got to either pocket the 1 or pocket the 3 and stick right there with the cue ball, if he can do that.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
See, if he can pocket the 3 and just stick there with the cue ball, doesn't give Nick a shot, and he puts the 3 on the spot. Opens up the bank for the 7, so he's more productive if he shoots that shot.
He's got to go all the way up by the far right-hand corner here, and I don't like going over there.
By going on this side of the table, it makes the safety a little more difficult to play for Nick. So Nick will probably have come off the 1 here, or the the 1. If he, and that's going to be a little risky. I don't see anything else available, Grady.
No. Yeah. Let's see what he does here. Nice shot.
So Tony actually, he made the best shot he could make by going up table, other than shooting the 7-3 combination. Now he's starting to get some balls back in play here. It really wouldn't be a bad shot spinning off the 7, pocketing the 3, sending the cue ball 2 cushions up table. A little bit of a risky shot, but if he's able to control the cue ball, I think it's certainly worth the trade-off. He needs 5 balls to Varner's 2. He has to make sure he keeps them in play. I wouldn't go after anything offensive right here.
No, there isn't anything there. I don't know what he's doing, crossing the 1. But that puts the 1 out of play for all intents and purposes.
And it might kiss too, because it's right on that kiss line.
Right. He'd have to use a touch of left English to beat the kiss.
So I think about shooting 7 to the 3, spinning at 2 cushions up table.
He's playing something. The 1 ball, this won't go. Unless I just see the angle completely incorrect. Oh, the 5. Well, yeah, but see, he's playing Nick's game, just what Nick wants here. He's shooting difficult, off-angle banks, fraught with peril and without a lot of reward from great distance. Now, he got away a little bit here that he didn't leave Nick a shot. Although Nick could bank the 5 cross corner. That's the shot I like here, if he can get the cue ball away from the 1.
If Tony continues to play this style of bank pool, just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before he goes on to lose this game in the match, because he's got to try to make Nick work.
The 8 cross side would require some left English here, but I don't think he likes that. Looks like too thin a hit to me.
He may play the 5 cross corner.
That's the shot I like. It's just a question of whether he goes 2 rails around the 5.
Around the 1.
Around the 1, rather.
I don't think he can hit it that thickly to do that.
No, I don't either. That's probably why he's not already shooting it.
Now he's going to just play what you consider a good common sense safety here. Oh, he went for the bank there. I don't know if he liked it. I don't think he left too much.
Now, this is a bank pool player's shot. I might go ahead and shoot this no English, play to overcut it, and go straight up and down with the cue ball. And I think I'd go ahead and play this 8 cross side. I like to at least go down with a bit of an explosion and not tamely.
Well, this isn't a bad shot, to bank cross side, because you really don't have a good safety here.
He's playing it straight back, isn't he?
I don't know what he's doing. He may scratch cross corner if he plays it straight.
No, he played it cross side, but he drew the ball. Well, again, he got away with it because the 4 doesn't go cross corner. Or cross side, the 1 doesn't go cross corner. The 5 and 8 don't bank.
I think the 4 goes cross corner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll go cross corner. Yeah, and actually that's a good shot. Billy raised a real valid issue about this shot selection. All he's got to do, high left English, he wants the 4 ball to hit just before the left-hand side pocket. And then the cue ball, doesn't really matter whether it hits the side rail or not.
Oh, he's playing the 5-1 cushion.
Well, this is okay, too. Now, notice he'll load this up with right English and try to put the cue ball 2 rails down in the middle of the far end rail. Like this. I didn't get quite enough, but that's okay. And again, Tony's going to have to bank the 8 straight back to his right. I wouldn't get too cute here either. I'd try to get a bank on my side of the score.
I was talking to Tony a little earlier, and he told me that he really hasn't played much pool at all in the last 10 years. He says in the last 10 years, he doubts if he's played over 100 hours of pool.
Is that right? That's not very much.
So if that's the facts, and he hasn't only played 100 hours of pool in 10 years, you know, getting to this position in this bank pool tournament is quite a feat.
He's playing the 4-ball, I guess, because the 8 won't go up there, and that's the pocket he indicated, the far left-hand corner. Look how Nick has these balls laying. Houdini couldn't run 5 from here. I don't know what he's doing here. Straight back to his right stuff. Well, he made a nice hit.
It's going to go out on the watch right here.
No, it's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to go out. No, it's going to go. You're right again.
Well, now here, don't you try to go into the 3-7 or the 7-3 with the cue ball here?
I try to pocket the bank, actually, you know.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want to leave myself with a tough safety if I make the bank.
Well, I try to pocket the bank.
Right, but that's a nice natural way to shoot it anyway.
Okay. If it's natural, you know, I'm not opposed to that, but...
Oh, he raised up on that. Okay, our bank count is 3 banks to 1. Advantage Nick Varner. I don't know what he was looking at the 5 for. I don't think he has anything on that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
7 straight back is a tough hit.
He's playing cue ball here, Grady. You know? He's playing cue ball here.
Oh, what a nice shot.
Yeah,
Do you see what he did with that?
Yeah, he played the ball. He didn't have much room for error.
Right, but he played safe. If he, you know, normally he's not going to catch the point with the cue ball. What a great shot. Playing for 1.
And this shot is a good shot because he really doesn't give up anything but the 3.
For match and title, Nick wins it. And I assume we are going to do an interview.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he certainly has earned this title going through a field of 140 players without a loss.
And I want to tell you how much fun it's been to work with you again, my friend, and I look forward to more of the same in the not-too-distant future. And with this in mind, I think I'll leave you to do the interview.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did Nicky, in this particular tournament, play Shannon Dalton? Do you know that?
I don't know if he did or not, but he beat all very good players.
Oh, he certainly did. He beat Donnie Anderson. He beat Mike Bella?
Bender.
Bender?
Bender, I think his name is. Good player from
Cincinnati.
Right.
He beat Gary Spaeth. He beat Jose Perica.
Beat Efren.
He beat Efren Reyes. Yeah. He beat Bucky Bell.
Yeah. All very good players.
So all the players that he beat, you know, are all quality players.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, and I don't think anyone can contest that.
No. All right. I'm going to talk to you later. Enjoy the interview. I certainly would were I doing it.
Okay, we're going to get Nick to join us in a moment. Right now he's talking to his wife, Tony. And we'll let them share a moment together, and we'll be right back with Nick Varner. I'm here with Ed Hagan from Diamond Billiard Products, the sponsor of this fantastic event, Ed. And Ed's going to give the trophies to our runner-up, Tony Coleman, and our champion, Nick Varner. Ed?
Tony? On behalf of Diamond Billiard Products and Iwan Simonis, it's my pleasure to present you with the runner-up plaque in the 9-ball bank division of the first annual Derby City Classic. Congratulations, Tony.
And hopefully all you suckers can forget about it. Does it say Scott on the back? Oh, stop. ID, that's the ID. Take a step back.
And now it's my distinct pleasure to present the trophy and the $3,000 in prize money to the champion of the 9-ball bank division in the first annual Derby City Classic, Mr. Nick Varner from Owensboro, Kentucky. Congratulations, Nick.
Thank you very much, Ed.
And Cindy's got a sister, pal.
You want me to talk to Tony first? Okay, come on over here, Tony. Are we on right now? Okay. Tony, you know, you played a wonderful tournament, finishing second in a 140-man field. I talked to you a little earlier in the tournament. You told me that really in the last 10 years, you only played about 100 hours of pool. Quite a feat, you know, defeating 139 players in a 140-man field. Fell a little short, but you really can't be disappointed.
No, I'm real happy with the way it wound up. I played real good off and on, made a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. I guess that comes from not playing, but had a tough one against Nick there. But, you know, he's a champion.
Oh, he certainly is a champion. He doesn't give anything away. If you beat Nick, you got to beat him. He's not going to give it to you. But in the meantime, I thought you played really well throughout the entire event, particularly, you know, by being as inactive as you've been, you know. And are you going to start playing more now that you've seen that you can compete and beat these champions?
Probably not now. Hopefully, hopefully in the next few years I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to try to come back and start playing.
Okay, Michael Jordan. Yeah. Congratulations. Okay, we have our champion here, Nick Varner. Nick, you know, what can I say that you haven't already said at the table? You played such brilliant bang pool all week long. Grady and I did the commentary in the final match, and he mentioned that he can't remember ever seeing a player play this kind of bang pool for the entire tournament.
Well, you've interviewed me so many times in this tournament, Billy. I guess one of the few things left to say is this Mucci Q worked pretty good, and I'd like to thank my sponsor, Bob Mucci from Mucci Qs.
Well, I'm certainly sure he's proud of you, and that Mucci Q has certainly done the job, at least at this time. But I think you had a little bit to do with it, too.
Yeah, I seem to play pretty consistent, and when I got in a position where it looks like I was either down in the game or down in the match, it seems like I made some decisions and made the good banks and made them at the right time instead of missing them, and ended up in the losers bracket, and just kept propelling. My decision making seemed to be real good in this tournament.
It certainly was. And let me ask you this question. I know you're a world champion one-pocket player. I know you're a world champion straight pool player. And I know you've won many world 9-ball titles. Is this your first world championship bank pool tournament win?
Yeah, I've won a couple bank tournaments before, but I haven't played in too many, and never in this big of a field. What was there, 141 players, and to go through that undefeated, and with all the good bank players that was here, you know, I feel really happy, Billy.
I know you wanted this tournament very badly to add this to your line of wins, you know, all the wins you have. And you really went through the meat of the order to get where you are. You went through the meat. You beat Donnie Anderson, Gary Spaeth, Jose Perica, Efren Reyes. I mean, you really beat some quality, top quality, upper echelon bank pool players. You certainly deserve the title, and I'm really happy for you, Nick. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Billy.
Okay, thanks a lot for all you people out there that support ACCUSTATS. Thanks a lot for buying the tapes, paying my salary. Appreciate that. So give Pat a call, 1-800-828-0397. We'll catch you next at the One Pocket event. It's coming up right now.